So what have we got on the bench today? We've got a rather nice Ibanez artcore model As73B. I think the B means black. And 1203, so 2003. Right, and the problem with this, it's had a Bigsby or a Bigsby style tram fitted, and they've kept the standard bridge. So what's going to happen, and what is happening, you get that clicking noise and it doesn't return to pitch. And basically what's happening, if I get this down here so we can see, if I get that along the bridge, when you can see the bridge moving backwards and forwards, and it's where the strings are gripping the string guides, and it's moving the whole thing backwards and forwards. So the answer for this is to fit a roller bridge. See, the bridge pieces got rollers in them so that the strings will glide effortlessly. So, you know, if you're going to fit a Bigsby on anything really, then consider a roller bridge. So I'm going to set the camera on a tripod and off we go. Right, these are brand new strings, so it's going to make life a little bit awkward because I'm going to do it with the strings on. Hopefully we can loosen them enough to get around the bridge. I'm going to have to take the these pieces out as well. Probably, I don't know yet. Hopefully these will just screw straight in. So we'll have a look. Right, so all of the strings are nicely out of the way. We'll take the old bridge off. We'll unscrew one of these and see if this will screw straight in. And bingo! Although it's very wobbly. I'm not entirely sure that is the same thread. One way of checking is to thread. Yeah, it is the same. It's just very. I can see this one's had some PTFE tape wrapped around it, obviously to make it a snugger fit, which is okay. You can do it on this one, but if you do it on that one, the chances are the earth wire that stops your strings buzzing won't make contact with the strings, because the earth wire touches that touches that touches that, and the strings touch that. So if there's a break anywhere in that chain, and there's going to be because there's PTFE tape wrapped around it, and sticky tape wrapped around there, so this has obviously had problems for a while. Right, so what we're going to do is, let's see what this one's like. I think first of all we'll check to make sure we have got a ground. Some of them ground through the tailpiece, simply because it's a straighter route. So we'll check to make sure, because this has just had this bolted on. The tailpiece has been taken off. Someone's made a neat job of blanking off the old tailpiece holes. We'll just make sure we've got an earth there. So get out the old trusty multimeter, set it to continuity, and we will check from there to there. And no, there is not an earth. Oh, wait a minute. Right, okay, it's that one. Now that is odd. So the strings are earthed through this bridge bolt. Right, now we've established that, we'll go ahead and screw these in. I think I'll put a bit of PTFE tape on them anyway, but we'll check to make sure we've got a good ground when we've done it. Right, okay, we've got that sorted. Okay, and then we just put that on like that. And it's got like set screws on each post, so you can you know, fine tune the intonation. Now, looking at the original, which was that way round, all these string guides need turning round because they are the wrong way round. Right, so we'll turn them round. Oh, it's a tight fit. What we'll do is we'll try and match them up as best we can with the original bridge, and that way we'll make intonating it a bit easier. Right, so what I've done is I've turned all these round so that they basically match what the old bridge was, assuming the old bridge was intonated correctly, which I'm making the assumption that it was. Right, okay, so we'll pop that on. It's a very, very tight fit. Okay. Now the idea with one of these is to try and get it as straight, as perpendicular to the body as possible. That way the string has a nice straight pull. If you put it at an angle like a tune-o-matic bridge would be, then the string is kind of, it's pulling against the bridge. So if we set this as straight as we can get it, think what it is, where the screwdriver slot is in the top, it's splayed out ever so slightly. It's better. It's quite clean, so I don't think we need to clean it. But if we was going to clean it, we would use right way up that lighter fluid, or I think it's called naphtha. If you're buying it in another form, but just to sprinkle that on, give it a good wipe. Toothbrush, get in all the little nooks and crannies, and then once you've got it nice and clean, you oil it. Right, this is not lemon oil in here, this is just a handy dropper with a bottle with a dropper on the top. Do not use lemon oil. Lemon oil contains lots of nasty things that contains petroleum distillate. Do not use anything that's got anything to do with petrochemicals or anything like that. Also, do not use vegetable-based oils such as olive oil, sunflower oil, basically anything you find in the kitchen cupboard. Because what will happen is it will soak into the wood, and then, like all vegetable products, it will rot, and it will start to smell pretty bad, and it will rot inside the grain of the wood. The best thing to use is a mineral oil. So either linseed oil or any other mineral based oils. This is one that I've made myself, which is trade secret, which I'm going to start selling. I've been using it for years, never had any problems at all. It's not ultra runny, and all we do is a liberal lump like that. Get yourself a bit of kitchen roll, fold it to make a nice little tool like that, and then just rub it in. Make sure you go right up to the frets, because what happens if a fingerboard, did I call it fretboard earlier? It's a fingerboard, not a fretboard. What will happen over a period of time, if a fingerboard is left to dry out, presuming it's a rosewood as this is, or a ebony fingerboard, it will dry out, it will shrink, the fret ends will start to get exposed, and it will be sharp. You'll go like that and cut your fingers. Extreme cases, the frets will actually start to work loose. So do this, you know, when you start to seeing it looking a bit dull or a bit pale, once that's all rubbed in, clean bit of tissue, and then wipe it off. Don't leave it to soak or marinate, or put it on and then put it off. The wood will soak as much as it needs in that short time. You don't want to what I've seen happening is where someone has actually literally soaked the wood until it can't take any more, it then starts leaking out over a period of time. So you know, you pick up the guitar and it'll have oil literally running down the fingerboard. Okay, so we get all that wiped off, and now I think we'll get the strings back on, set string height, intonate, and Bob's your uncle, which will be on a separate video. So bye.